Hello everybody, this is Peter and I'm back again with another video about Stage Traxx. This time it is not a tutorial, but I would like to talk about the new features coming in version 3.6, which will be released very shortly. So, what can you expect from this version? The biggest new feature is the feature of audio regions. Audio regions are areas within a song that you can freely define. You can see this here on this song. We have a yellow region at the top. It's called intro, and we have one here in the middle. And the biggest feature is that you can jump between regions. You can play them back. You can loop them. You can hear it right now. Loops are seamless. And you can jump from one region directly to another region, which is quite handy to rearrange your song. And of course, you need a way to define it. Therefore, we have a brand new editor here in Song Details. You can find it in Edit Audio region. This is an editor, a waveform editor, where you can zoom in, you can concentrate on regions, you can change these regions with these handles, set names, set colors, and so on. So this is really a very exciting feature that might come in very handy. Another really useful thing is in edit mode, you can select a couple of songs and you can export them. And this export feature will allow you to save them, for example, to your files or send them via AirDrop to other guys. And this will include not only the lyrics, PDF files, but also the audio files and all the settings you make for these songs. So that's a very handy way to move songs, only certain songs, from one iPad to another iPad. You can also do this on playlists. If you go to a playlist, let's say this background music playlist, the export button will let you export the playlist with songs. So you can transfer whole playlists, including all audio files, everything, to other users. Then, next one, I'm very excited about new crossfade options. Crossfades now don't only have a single crossfade time like you used to have, but there is the distinction between fade out time and fade in time. And this comes in really handy if you want to fade out the current song, but you want to hear, for example, the count in of the next song right away. Personally, I like to set this up like this, for example, have a fade out time of 6 seconds, a fade in time of 0 seconds, or maybe very short, 1 second, something like that. And that's it. That's really useful. There are one more option. You can choose to apply the crossfades to continuous playback or not. So maybe you just want to crossfade with the crossfade button here in the player, then enable this button, and all continuous playback songs will not be crossfaded, even though you have activated crossfades. Now, what do we have next? Let's stay in the audio area. In audio routing, you can see we have 2 new auxiliary outputs. So this allows you now to address up to 4 stereo outputs, and you can route each track in a multi-track file or song to separate outputs. Another audio feature we have is in the master equalizer. You have now the option to use a parametric equalizer instead of a graphic equalizer. The parametric equalizer features up to 6 bands. You have low shelf, you have 4 fully parametric middle bands, and you have a high shelf. So anyone who wants to have even more detailed way to adjust to your PA system can use this instead of the graphics equalizer. Here in playback settings, there is now a way to view all MIDI ports. And here you can disable MIDI ports. This might be very useful if you don't want, for example, your program changes to be sent to certain devices that you have connected. Regarding MIDI, what some people will be glad to hear is that in the lyrics editor, MIDI timed MIDI messages are now sent during playback. Also in the lyrics editor, we have a bunch of new keyboard shortcuts for anyone who's using a physical keyboard during editing. With this keyboard, you can now basically trigger all functions like inserting time codes, inserting brackets, inserting or learning MIDI commands with a touch of a key on the keyboard. Regarding MIDI, everywhere where you can enter MIDI commands, there is now a Learn button, which will open the MIDI Learn functionality. So you don't need to write MIDI commands yourself, just tap on the Learn button and send the MIDI command you want to use, and it will be automatically detected. And then we have a whole lot of smaller features where I would suggest you take a look at the changelog once the new version is released. Also, the manual has been extensively updated with the new functionality, and you will find really a whole bunch of features like new filtering options for BPM values or new sorting options for playlists and whole other stuff. I hope you like what is coming. I expect the new version to be released at end of September, latest early October, but I'm confident we will make it till late September, end of September, and then we will follow up with a new tutorial video about the audio region functions in detail. See you soon. Bye bye.